Thank you, and it's a real pleasure to join you here in Tel Aviv for Cyber Week. It's been nearly a year since I was appointed as Chief Executive of the UK's National Cybersecurity Centre, but because of COVID-19, this is the first chance I've actually had to meet my counterparts in person and indeed to make an international visit, which for somebody who spent most of their life working in foreign policy is a bit of a shock actually, 18 months stuck in the UK. So it's really delightful to be here at Tel Aviv Cyber Week, which brings together international heads of agencies, industry, academia, and allows us to hear from each other and to learn from the Israeli experience. These kinds of events are absolutely vital for our community in terms of bringing the sector together, and something we in the UK do, of course, in our annual Cyber UK conference, which we held virtually this year, but hope to hold in person in Wales next year. So firstly, I just want to reflect a bit on the experience of the last 18 months of cybersecurity in a pandemic. COVID has brought a dramatic change in the way we all work and live. And of course, technology has been a great support in this difficult period. We as a cybersecurity community understand better than most how technology has changed our lives for the better. But I think even we could not have foreseen quite how vital technology has been to sustaining our lives and our societies and our economies in the pandemic. The last 18 months has seen a huge increase in remote working and digital services, meaning cybersecurity has never been more important. So we in the National Cybersecurity Centre put citizens first. We used our Cyber Aware campaign to empower citizens to keep themselves safe online, asking them to adopt 6 behaviours that keep themselves safe from the majority of online harms. And I'd encourage you all to visit our advice at www.cyberaware.gov.uk to see what we say. But in addition to helping individuals, NCSC has been committed to helping institutions. When the COVID threat was growing in March 2020, we established a surge effort to support the UK government's response. Our focus has always been about reducing harm to the UK. We've done so by preventing harm with our active cyber defence programme, through coordinating the nation's response to the most harmful incidents that do get through. And since being stood up in October 2016, our incident management team has managed more than 3,000 incidents. We've sustained that pace through the pandemic with a specific focus pivoting quickly to safeguarding our most vital services like health from the threats like ransomware that we faced. We prioritised getting intelligence from our experts in London and Cheltenham to the healthcare front line across the country, sharing tens of thousands of indicators of compromise to enable mitigating action by local IT experts in hospitals. We also ensured that health service colleagues benefited from our incident support teams to ensure minimal response and recovery times, as well as rolling out protective DNS. We protected the cybersecurity of essential service providers, ensuring society continued to function, drawing on our technical, operational, and engagement expertise, engaging with around 5,000 organisations to help strengthen their resilience to online harms. But it hasn't just been about health. Our work has included everything from helping to ensure food reached supermarkets to the UK production of ventilators and vaccines. We supported vulnerability management and security architect support for the UK's test and trace system, which I've personally experienced as I self-isolated a couple of weeks ago, and helped to protect key communication channels to UK citizens from being abused by criminals. But COVID has been a shared challenge for all of us across the world. And a bit like COVID, cybersecurity doesn't respect geographical boundaries. Nations face shared threats from cyber criminals and state actors who seek to do our nations harm. So we can learn so much from one another. Cybersecurity is a global team sport, and continued cooperation on cyber issues is always in all of our best interests. So it's great to be here in Israel today, because Israel, of course, serves as a central part of the global cyber ecosystem, and we're absolutely committed to working together to protect our citizens and build confidence in a digital future. So we were delighted when the software security knowledge area of the UK's cybersecurity body of knowledge, known informally as SIBOC, was last year translated into Hebrew with our permission at the request of the Israeli National Cyber Directorate. SIBOC is an NCSC-sponsored guide. It's not a short read, but it gives you a lot of information, distilling the knowledge of the world's leading cybersecurity experts. Through sharing this expertise, we all grow stronger together. And as you all know better than me, Israel is a cyber nation. You don't have to dive too deep into the Israeli cyber ecosystem to find inspiration, and we have. The UK-Israel cybersecurity relationship is built on the long-standing ties of an enduring national security alliance. Operational collaboration between our agencies and many other agencies represented here at this conference is strong and well developed. It focuses on exchanges of threat reporting and analysis of trends, something I'm pleased to say we continued with during the pandemic. And we want these international relationships to go from strength to strength. We'll continue to collaborate against shared threats and to conduct technical exchanges across a broad spectrum of work. Because we and our allies believe that a nation's cybersecurity, as Brandon said, cannot simply be done by one government organization. Everyone has a part to play: public sector, private sector, citizens. NCSC and INCD here in Israel both see partnering with the private sector as an explicit priority and have pioneered taking this to a different level. So this week, I'm very much looking forward to visiting organizations within CyberSpark, the cyber innovation area in Beersheba. Prior to launching NCSC in 2017, my predecessor visited Beersheba and took many insights away, which have inspired our subsequent work. Because, of course, thanks to major government funding, Beersheba has emerged rapidly as a leading technical hub. And in addition to housing the INCD CERT, it's become a hotbed of private sector digital innovation, university researchers, industry experts, and military veterans. And we in the UK share that vision of bringing sectors together to build and grow a nation's cybersecurity. It served as one of the inspirations for Cyber Central, the first part of the UK's Golden Valley development, which will be based in Cheltenham, the home to NCSC's parent organisation, GCHQ. Cyber Central will be a hive of industry collaboration, ranging from tech giants to startups, as well as academia and government. And it aims to be the primary UK hub for cyber-related activity, one of the most prominent clusters globally. So it's absolutely vital that a system is created where cybersecurity can thrive. Removing any barriers preventing brilliant minds from entering the industry is a cause I'm pleased both of our countries share, as we all need a diverse future workforce. I know Israel is committed to helping teenagers from underrepresented groups work in cybersecurity, and the Mag Shamim Social Action Programme identifies gifted students and trains them in after-school coding, encryption, and cybersecurity classes. And we share this desire to foster career paths for young people from a diverse range of backgrounds through the NCSC's Cyber First and the UK government's Cyber Discovery initiatives. Both of them introduce young people with a passion for computing to the intricacies and opportunities of cybersecurity. In fact, more than 55,000 young people in the UK have taken part in the NCSC's Cyber First courses and Cyber First Girls competition in particular, which aims to address gender imbalances in the industry, which is a cause close to my heart. Since launching in 2017, 43,000 girls from all over the United Kingdom have taken part in our annual Cyber First Girls contest. And we've also developed bursaries, Cyber First bursaries, offering undergraduates financial assistance and paid cybersecurity training, which also drew inspiration from Israel, where the Talpiot program has paved the way for hundreds of careers that yielded countless scientific breakthroughs since launching back in 1979. Different approaches, but sharing the same objective, getting students into the cybersecurity profession. So as well as the shared vision and resources, I'd like to touch a bit on the shared threats that we all face. Many of the threats that we face in cybersecurity are shared globally. It's vital that all cyber actors use capabilities in a way that is legal, responsible, and proportionate to ensure cyberspace remains a safe and prosperous place for everyone. And the UK works closely with our allies around the world to tackle cyber threats and improve our global resilience to attacks. And like Brandon, I think ransomware continues to represent the most likely disruptive threat in cybersecurity today. And the growth of incidents that we too have seen has brought an increase in public awareness to the risk it poses. The malicious use of software to make data or systems unavailable until the victim makes a payment has been a practice for some time. But recently it's reached new heights, a new level of international concern with the volume and complexity of incidents, with a global reach, such as the one affecting American-based IT company Kaseya recently. And of course, the groups behind such criminal behavior operate beyond our borders. Collectively, there's both a challenge and an opportunity for us to work together to make sure there are no safe havens for them. The NCSC's position in ransomware is clear. We praise organizations that don't pay criminals. The payment of ransoms is no guarantee that you get your data back. In fact, if anything, it makes you a potentially more likely second victim. The fewer times a method is successful, the fewer times it gets to be used. So what can we do? Firstly, the obvious, we must encourage companies in our nations to bluntly do the basics right to make it harder. The NCSC sets out this guidance for UK organisations on our website. Better resilience protects everyone against a wide range of threats. But in terms of international collaboration, there's a need for close sharing on operational information and protective measures. We need to look not only at the cyber crimes group, but at the things that underpin their success. Not just ransomware as a service, but also the cyber criminal marketplace and malicious cryptocurrency practices. The groups behind such cyber criminal behavior operate beyond our borders, and collectively there's both a challenge and opportunity for us to address that, making sure there are no safe havens. Over the next few years, the challenge will be to work collectively to establish good practice in this sector and to ensure there are efficient export controls in our respective countries. But focusing on the current threat of ransomware is not to underestimate the cybersecurity threat from state actors. I've said before in other fora, state actors are a reality in cyberspace. For us, 4 nation states, China, Russia, North Korea, and Iran, have been a constant presence in recent years. Indeed, only yesterday, we joined the European Union, the USA, and Canada in confirming that Chinese state-backed actors were responsible for gaining access to computer networks via Microsoft Exchange servers. And as I've also said before, we now see states that cannot build high-end capability being able to buy it. So we believe the cybersecurity threats we face are shared globally. And therefore, we believe that all cyber actors must use capabilities in a way, as I've said, that is legal, responsible, and proportionate to ensure cyberspace remains a safe and prosperous place for everyone. That's why we work with allies to achieve this, because so much of what any country achieves in cybersecurity depends on its work with partners internationally. This is certainly true of the UK, Israel, and many others here today. We each have much to be proud of in our own domestic cybersecurity capabilities. By working together, those only strengthen. We look forward to continuing and improving our international collaboration through sharing threat intelligence, calling out adversaries, or sharing best practice, and indeed actually sharing lessons learned when things don't go so well. Because the UK and its allies share a passion for helping our citizens make the most of the digital age. We're absolutely committed to working together to protect our citizens and to build their confidence in a digital future. It's not something we can achieve overnight, and I hope we continue to work together to inspire one another, because the stronger any one of us is, the stronger we all become. Thank you.